In this tutorial, we're creating this easy 10-minute makeup look that you can wear every single day. So go ahead and grab your makeup and let's get right into the video. So starting off with serum to help hydrate my skin, I'm gonna go in with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Dewdrop. I love to use this type of product to help hydrate my skin because it also acts as a primer. I feel like it also protects my skin from the makeup, but I like to apply this before applying my moisturizer. This is great for all skin types. It's also really hydrating because it has niacinamide and it has a watermelon flavor, so it smells amazing. And because this is a 10-minute makeup tutorial, I like using tinted moisturizers because they're very lightweight, and I'm gonna use the one by Smashbox. This is the Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer, and the shade that I use is Dark Neutral. This is one of my favorite tinted moisturizers because it gives my skin more of that healthy, natural look, and it also doesn't oxidize on me because I feel like sometimes tinted moisturizers change in color, but this, once I blend it out, it stays exactly the same, and it also gives me more of a radiant finish. As you guys can see, it gives enough coverage. It looks really stunning, but it leaves my skin still looking like skin. So this tinted moisturizer is perfect for everyday wear, especially during the summertime because it has this really nice radiance. So the concealer I'm going to use is this Saie concealer, and typically with concealer I like to place a small amount, like just right where I'm seeing I have discoloration, which is around this area. So concealer for me is important because it helps to cover up the discoloration, and it makes a huge difference in my makeup routine, and also a little bit on my forehead just to help highlight it, down the bridge of my nose and my chin area. But if you're somebody who has discoloration around your face, I would recommend using a concealer that is closer towards the color of your skin. Just apply the concealer around the areas that are darker to help neutralize the color first, and then go in with the tinted moisturizer. That's going to help cover up discoloration, acne, and anything that's dark on your skin to give you more of a uniformed color. So to blend out my concealer, I've been loving using a powder puff. I know it sounds like what? But powder puffs are actually really good for blending out concealer. I recently discovered that powder puffs are the best to blend out concealer, so I'm just gonna take that and blend out this concealer. The powder puffs absorb less product than beauty sponges. As you guys can see, barely any concealer is going on the powder puff, and that is why I've been loving using them, because it gives you more coverage. And this concealer is a very light coverage concealer, but it gives off more coverage when I use the powder puff. So I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit more concealer, and with concealer I always like to build it up because I hate when my concealer creases on me, and sometimes when you apply too much concealer it tends to crease. As you guys can see, the concealer blends flawlessly and the powder puff barely absorbs any product. I like to take a little bit of this concealer for reverse contour because we're not going in with any contour today. This is more of a 10-minute makeup look, so instead I like to quickly contour with reverse contour. To add a little bit of color, I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch blushes, which are one of my favorite blushes because they're really rich and pigmented, and these blushes last really long on the skin. I noticed that they're usually better to apply underneath your powdered products because they really help to stay on your skin, and on top of that, when you set it with powder, it stays put all day long. So the shade that I'm using is Grace, but I'm gonna mix it with the shade Lucky just because the shade Grace tends to be a little bit lighter on my skin. And so I like to take a clean brush and just mix those two together. Like I mentioned, these blushes are really pigmented, so I don't like to apply them directly on my skin. I like to apply it on the brush first and then directly apply it to my skin. This helps you diffuse the blush a little bit better, and it allows you to build up the pigment because once you apply this blush, you can't take it off. So you have to wipe it off. So to avoid that, I like to just build it up. Now to set all this dewiness, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Powder. This is one of my favorite powders that I love to use to set my concealer. It gives me more of a brightening under eye look, and I also love that it has more of a radiant finish. I also like to place a little bit of this powder right here, the same area where I place concealer for reverse contour. And if you're somebody who is not used to wearing contour, this is a great way for you to fake a contour. And I'm also gonna place some on my chin foundation area. Basically all the areas I place concealer, because this is a brightening powder, so you only want to use it to brighten up your face. Then to set my foundation, I like to go in with a pressed powder, and my favorite is this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop pressed powder in the shade Mocha. So to apply this, I like to just pat this on the powder, dust off the excess, and I like to just press that on all the areas that I place the foundation, and this is going to help absorb all this dewiness. You always want to get a pressed powder that is very similar to the color of your foundation, just so that it doesn't take away from your foundation shade. So I also like to place a little bit of this concealer on my eyelids as well, because you want to cover up the discoloration on your eyes. And to do this, I like to use that same concealer that I used for my under eyes. I'm also going to go ahead and set this with the same powder as well, and as you can see, this instantly covers up that discoloration so that my under eyes and the top of my eyes look like the exact same color. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, and for eyebrows I like to use this NYX Thick It Stick It eyebrow gel in the shade Espresso, and I like to just take this and go over my eyebrows. So I like to go in both directions, so this way, just to saturate my eyebrows, and also this side. This eyebrow gel makes it so easy for you to sculpt out your eyebrows every day, especially if you're somebody who takes so long to do eyebrows and you're going for something natural. This is the perfect product to use, because all you have to do is just brush up your eyebrow hairs and that's it. So next we're going with just some natural eyes with just mascara only and no eyelashes, because I personally cannot apply eyelashes in 10 minutes. So I like to just use a lengthening and lifting mascara, and one that I've been loving is this one by Fenty. This one is their recent Hecka Thick mascara that I've been loving. This literally will lift your lashes without clumping it up, and I love the formula. It's very easy to apply, and with this mascara I only need one coat. I feel like mascara is what makes your eyes stand out the most, because it's very natural and very simple, and also your lips. So I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil. These tinted lip oils pair really well together with the Soft Pinch blushes as well. These are supposed to go hand in hand, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Hope for the tinted lip oils. For this makeup look, you want to seal all this makeup in place so it doesn't move. So I'm gonna go in with a hydrating setting mist, which is the Youthforia Skin Moisturizing Setting Spray. This is gonna help keep your skin hydrated all day long, and it's gonna seal the makeup in place so it doesn't move or get absorbed by your skin. And it's also important to know the best products and tips to get your makeup to last 12 plus hours, and that's why you really have to watch this video, because I go over the products and the best tips on getting your makeup to stay put all day long.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'.